Hello Leo, this is Joe here, and it's time for October 2020 General Tarot reading. We're just going to look and peek at the theme of October, for you. What is the theme? What's the big picture going on for you in October? So that's kind of what this is about. And it's an open topic, so it's not restricted to any one thing. Anything can come out. I do read cards intuitively for those of you that aren't familiar with me, and my method might be a little bit different than you're used to. First of all, I read cards on first impression, and then of course those meanings also are deepened with the traditional tarot card meanings put in with that. So this is an intuitive reading, so what that means is it's not for everybody. It can't be for everybody. I think we all know that that's impossible when reading for a collective. So if it's not for you, if it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. There's always another message on another day that might be better suited for you. So Leo, we're going to just kind of explore what is the theme for you in October. And I do also want to point out that I am getting away from doing personal readings. It takes up too much of my time with work and my family, and so it's just too much strain on me. So what I did instead is I just started a members only area. It's down below in the description box. It's here on YouTube, and there will be once I start to get spots filled up enough, there will be private live streams for the group only, and there will be little mini readings, live mini readings for the group only, and extended readings which will be posted monthly. So I just started putting that together, so check that out if you're interested in hearing more. And we're gonna kind of see what is going on with you, Leo. It's got some interesting cards already, and a couple things do come to mind for me here, but I do want to wait until we pull the tarot cards and to see how this message can be expanded. Like I always say, I rely on spirit and the cards to bring forward a message that somebody's meant to hear. So maybe this is for you, maybe it isn't, but let's see. All right, you got a lot of cards about I think creativity here and the creative process. So October could be kind of interesting for you, Leo. You have the lizard here, and that's definitely about visions and dreams, but it's also about creativity and being creative. And you also have a blessing on your creative journey or your creativity, either way you want to say that. And because you might be actually going on a bit of a creative journey, so to speak. You have to see here, and you also have serendipity. That card of serendipity does not come out too often. So I apologize if you hear some background noise. My little ones are upstairs playing with mom, so sometimes that noise can kind of come through in a reading. Alright, you have the King of Swords here. What else do we have for you, Leo? Seven of Wands. The High Priestess. And the Seven of Pentacles. This Seven of Pentacles came out for Aries. So interesting. In a different deck, but... And you have the Five of Cups. This is the big picture. The Five of Cups here is what's surrounding you in October, Leo. So you might have been dealing with some profound personal disappointment in your life lately or recently, and this is kind of causing things to change for you. I think that this like disappointment and this upset that if you've been through something that has kind of just felt like it's just completely just disrupted every aspect of your life. It could be work, relationship, anything and everything could just feel like it's on its end. And so this Five of Cups to me is like you're going into October with that the remnant of that, but you're not staying in that in October. I think that you know, some of you might have had a tower in the recent past that was actually quite big, and it may have really upended a lot of different aspects of your life. So definitely get the feeling that you are still in this in October, but it's helping you to discover some things about yourself. I feel like for some of you, you've been through the fire, you've been through the furnace, and I think you've learned some things about yourself. But I also feel like you are like discovering something about yourself that you really probably didn't either know existed, or it's just something you never really explored. So there's some kind of new creative process coming out for you in October, or starting to develop, and I think that you get a really good handle on things by the end October rolls around. And so we're going to talk about this. But you have the Lizard here, and this is all about, you know, visions, dreaming, psychic ability even. But to me, this Lizard is about it could be about hidden gifts, but it's also to me all about like creativity. So there's a creative process here that you have going on in October. I think your creative side is really coming out, and maybe that's because you've had to be creative out of some kind of necessity, for whatever that means. For those of you that resonates with, apply that how you will. But it's like, so something has forced you, and it might have been whatever's gone on with this Five of Cups in your past. So you might have been kind of put in a position or a situation where you have to get creative. And I think that newfound creativity, that newfound like discovery about yourself, is actually kind of leading you in a different direction. And I think you might be exploring different things for yourself in October that you want for your life as a whole. You do have a blessing on your creativity, but I said creative journey, and I said that on purpose because I kind of felt like there is this like journey here, and you have to see. This is also, you know, this to me speaks so many different things, but I think this is like really being at one with yourself, and I think that this is also really just learning, looking at your mistakes, and I think you're like learning a lot about your experiences, and really just kind of reconciling some things from your recent past that kind of have put you where you are right now. And so if you've been through like the fire, been through the furnace, you know, I think this is like you're really getting to see things for what they are. And I think that you are realizing there were so many like lessons or teachable moments in what you recently have been through. So I think this is like really getting to a new place, but I also feel like this is like charting your own course also, going solo, discovering some things about yourself and being in pursuit of that. And I also feel like you know, this is, some of you might be on a spiritual journey, and so you might be trying to meet your maker, so to speak, you know, personally, on a personal level. And so there's a lot going on with this card. So again, apply that how you will. But the big thing, October surprise, you know, they say that in election years, and this is an interesting election year, an October surprise. Well, Leo, you have an October surprise, okay? Serendipity. This is better than chance. It's better than a stroke of luck. It's better than it's better than any of those things combined, because serendipity is like the universal alignment of circumstances that are going to help you or do something for you, or benefit you in some way. But to me, it's like you definitely do get some kind of October surprise coming in, and I think this is like you kind of wake up out of this dark night of the soul finally. I think you finally completely get out of this this Five of Cups, this dark night of the soul, and because something happens for you in October. One, because I feel like you're doing some personal work, and I think that that's benefiting you. But I also think it's because the universe recognizes you're ready for something. Like you're ready for this universal alignment to occur in your life, and so it's going to change a lot of things for you. And so not everything comes in at once. It's not like October happens and your life is forever changed in an instant. It's not one of those moments. I've had a couple of those moments in life where something happens and everything is changed in an instant, and usually it's not a good experience. So good things take time to manifest and develop, and so something is very serendipitous about that happening for you in October. But again, like I said, it doesn't just materialize out of nowhere in October. This is like a new direction, a new path for you, and this is, I think, the biggest thing is self-discovery here in this. So I think, but we're going to talk about the King of Swords here. I think, like I said, I feel like I think you're finally deciding what you want for yourself, and that's instantly what that card kind of spoke to me a while back when I pulled it out. It was like thinking for yourself, taking a stand for yourself. What does Leo want, and what is Leo going to do about that? And so I feel like maybe for a long time, Leo, some of you might have been like a little bit of a pushover or a people pleaser or something, and so it's ended you up in this mess that you came out of. It's that type of thing that kind of got you to where you're coming out of now. And so I think that this is, you are really just, you're deciding what Leo wants is what Leo is going to get, and you're really going to get in the groove in October, especially late October, and make some big life changes. So Aries had an interesting reading that was kind of similar to this, but not quite. But it had a lot of similar undertones. And so you have the Seven of Wands here. I think that this Seven of Wands, I think like you when I said you went through the furnace, you went through the fire, like you had to endure some things lately with the Seven of Wands here, and I still feel like you feel a little bit defensive, even though you're out of that scenario situation. I feel like some of you are like having to feel like you have to prove yourself, or you have to defend yourself, but really you don't have to. And so it might have, maybe you were in just like a long-term adversarial situation where you were always having to be on guard, or guarded. And this, I think this is saying, Leo, in October, you can let your guard down, because whatever has happened in the past is done, it's over with. And I think that this is like releasing that, letting your guard down, allowing you to be you, Leo. Also, you have the High Priestess here, and I said, this is all about, to me, self-discovery. You're learning things about yourself that you didn't know existed. You're learning things about yourself that probably maybe some things you had an inkling to, but you're really discovering some things. And I think some of you are like learning really what you're made of. Like you might have had to find out the hard way, because they're just, sometimes we have to go through things, and we learn that we are so much stronger and bigger than we think when it comes to facing big things in our lives. And so I think you are like discovering, or have had this discovery, or are in this continuous mode of self-discovery right now, about things about yourself you never really knew, Leo. And I think that this is really cool, because I think that some things are just kind of like it's like the veil is kind of being pulled back a little bit. You're starting to see things about yourself that are actually quite good and interesting, but I think you're starting to see the truth about some people in your life too, and I think that now you're like, okay, you can put your guard down, Leo, but I think that you are deciding that like you want what's best for you, especially if you've been through a divorce or a bad breakup or something, or some type of it could even be some kind of business partnership. It could be anything like that, but it's like you've had to do what everybody else wanted, and in that seem to always bring like a lot of trouble with it. And again, I feel like you are thinking for yourself and deciding what you want for yourself, and you're sticking to that, and you're acting in your own power in October. You're feeling this feels like you're finally feeling empowered again, or getting to the point where you feel like you are empowered again, once again, Leo. So, and finally, to end the Seven of Pentacles, whatever's coming in serendipitously, the serendipity card here is really going to bring something long-term in your life that continues to give back to you. So, I feel like some of you are like exercising a form of creativity and putting that to work for you, and I think there's some financial benefit to that. Or you know, there's just you're having to think out of the box, but in that thinking out of the box or thinking creatively, it's actually opening doors for you, or you're able to apply that to some new things in your life that are going to materially benefit you eventually down the road. And like I said, this tree isn't just popping up out of the ground in October. It's going to take some time to grow, Leo, but it's going to continue to give back to you for a long time, because big changes coming, Leo, because you've asked for the big changes, and so the universe is delivering to you all of this. Like I said, everything's universally aligned in October for you to finally make some big changes. So you get to decide, what do you want for yourself, and do what you want for yourself, not what other people want for themselves. And so it's all about you, Leo, in October. So I think this is a great reading, and I'm not going to continue to go on. I don't like to drag these out very long, these general collective readings. Try to keep them short, but if this resonates with you, you'll know it was for you, and if it was, leave me a thumbs up. Okay, that really helps me out. You know, I'm a small little channel here, so I can use all the help I can get. Leave a comment. Let me know if this is you, how it's playing out for you. And also, don't forget to subscribe, Leo, if you want to hear more from me down the road. I want you to have a great rest of your day, and I hope to talk to you again soon. Thank you.